Hey, let's go. Hello, welcome to another episode of Chopping It Up. This is where I love bringing on some of my favorite personalities in the football media community, the space. And today we have a great show for you. It's been a while. First off, happy Black History Month. So, I that's something, I haven't really said it to too many of my guests so far this month. So this is something that's just like, hey, I can say this now, and and it makes sense. Happy Black History Month. My partner here.
Man, hold on. You didn't say it to Derek Ray?
I had him the 31st of January, so
okay,
It
understood.
was
Okay,
close.
understood.
Oh my gosh, Shady Gang. If you have watched a few of our lit streams, we've had him on every single time, a few times, and it's I enjoy his perspective about US MNT, US WNT. Shout out Scuffed Podcast. They're out here doing things, talking, rooting for the red, white, and blue. And I struggle with the women all the time, but the men, they're up and downness, and then just overall my love for the country kind of struggles. And we'll get into it now because it's even harder now. So hopefully he is the one who can get my spirit back up for the men's team at least, because I'm not tapped in with them, so I don't know if they've done some roster turnover or some fun things have happened with the squad. We have the perfect person here for this discussion, honestly. So Shady Gang, one more time for the one time. Give it up for Vince. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. Well, what an intro.
Hey.
What an intro, Crunk. That's why I fuck with you. That's why I fuck with you because you bring the energy. You bring the energy like Crunk Chocolate. It couldn't be like some people got nicknames that don't fit them.
Yes,
Crunk. Yeah, that's it. My boy bring the energy every single time, and I appreciate it. I love it. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me. All that.
You know the vibes.
Yeah,
I got to try to make our guests feel as comfortable as possible. And so I feel like if I am full of energy from the jump, that kind of welcomes them in. If anything, it scares them. And I might from there. I gotta work a little bit harder to get them out because you're just like, oh my god, all right, this is the first time I'm meeting this guy, and this is what he's doing. All right,
I'm an energy guy, man. I'm an energy guy.
Oh my god.
I mean, that was my whole thing. Like as a I play college football, the American football. You know
football.
What I'm saying? Yeah. And I was a hype man. I was a hype man, man. Like wherever we was at, because the thing about it, a lot of it sucks. A lot of football sucks. Really, if you ask most football players, it's like it's almost like something they have to do, not something they necessarily want to do all the time. Like it's hard. Football's hard on your body, hard on your mind, etc., etc. So, with that being said, like doing that shit day in and day out, you just got to manufacture hype. You just got to manufacture, and that was me. That was me all the time. So Kronk, you found a kindred spirit here.
Let's go. That makes me very happy, and I'm very excited to have a nice, wonderful chat about footy, soccer. And hey, we're talking about US, so let's call it soccer. Today I'm calling it soccer. Let's go. Hey, okay, so
not the shimmy, bro. The shimmy's crazy.
The shimmy. Eddie Guerrero is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and so like that was his thing, the shimmy. So honestly, that's kind of what the first thing that comes to mind is a good little shimmy opens up a lot of doors for me, at least. And I won't speak for everybody, but at least for me, a couple of shimmies, a little shake of the shoulder, and whoo, whoo, fun things have happened, baby.
We was in the group chat. In the group chat, you came up one day, Crunk. In the group, the one that Tom's in.
Okay.
Shea Butter FC, the UFC, everybody, and they was like, you know, Crunk's like you don't understand how large of a human Crunk is until you see him in person. And the thing is, because of my background, what I just told you, playing football and everything,
That's fair.
I already eyeballed it. They was like, yeah, he a solid 6'4", 6'5", or something. I was like, bro, I knew that. I could tell. I could tell off the strip.
I'm
So
playing with the
first,
angles, make
I could
myself
just
appear smaller.
I could see it. I could see it, and I just bring all that up to say that's a big ass dude shimmying, man, and
That's hilarious.
but dude, like I can already tell, bro. We on the same wavelength.
Yes.
Like you hit the bar, hit the club, whatever on a nice little weekend. Like you get middle of the dance floor, couple
Vibes. Yes,
man.
yes. I'm like pointing at people like, come on, let's go.
Come,
Why are you being
bro.
lame over there?
That's the thing. You turn it up, then everybody else feels good, and then you just get it going. Everybody's into it now, bro. Like,
you know the vibes. Yes. But we're here to talk about football. This is, but I'm sensing maybe a new episode or a new show coming out on the Shades of Blue Network next year. Oh my gosh! But how did you fall in love with the sport of football?
All right, so I watched every World Cup from like the time I can remember, for real. This beer is getting to me. Hold on. All right.
Take your time. Take your time.
So, let's see. I am right now currently talking to you. 32, turned 33 in like a couple months. But so 06 World Cup is the one I remember first, for real, like really getting into watching every match, like all that stuff. And I was just like a casual World Cup fan, right? There was no footy in between these World Cups, but so 10 comes around, then 14 is the one that like really catches me. And I'm also working at like Dick's Sporting Goods at the time, so like I'm selling like soccer cleats, I'm selling all different types of gear, you know what I'm saying? And so like I'm really paying attention to it, paying attention to the World Cup. I get caught up with like James. James is going crazy in that World Cup with Colombia.
Yeah.
And after it ends, I remember like tweeting out on Twitter, I'm like, yo, how do I watch? Like, I'm like what league do I watch first of all? And how do I watch it? And if you remember back in 2014, soccer wasn't as accessible as it is now. So I got a couple responses, but nothing that seemed to like I just was basically led nowhere.
It was a lot of sketchy streams back then. Like that was basically it. And then the occasional game would play on television, but it was not the team you would want to watch. They were just like, here's a Premier League game.
Right. So if I would have had the accessibility that we had in 2018, I would have been in, because I was done playing football. I played football from 2010 to 2013. So 14 I'm done, but I'm still in school doing my victory lap. I had all the time in the world. I would have hopped right into it, but yeah, no accessibility. So 2018 comes around, and I had been looking forward to it because once again, like I loved the World Cups, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just like being transported into like a different dimension or something.
Yeah, facts.
Right? Because it is like here we're so myopic. Like, we got everything we need here in America. We got a football, we got a basketball, we got a baseball, whatever. And then you watch the World Cup, you hear Ian Dark calling the games, like just all these different people, these different cultures coming together, all this. It's like the first time I've seen like anything that isn't like American focused.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm hyped for 2018. 2018 comes and goes, and then like I'm like, all right, I'm doing this shit for sure. Like I'm done with school. I'm like, no, I'm now have graduated college. I'm working, all this, and I'm like, look, I'm hopping on. I'm doing my Googles, whatever I need to do, and I'm getting into soccer. And then that's when it started. So after that 2018 World Cup, and then the fact that the season starts right after the World Cup ends. Basically, you got like 3 weeks, got about 3 weeks, maybe a month, and then we're into it. And so Once I realized that, the momentum just kept going, and then boom, I'm in. And so I hopped in on every, bro. I was watching soccer 24/7, 24/7. Like any league, any game that was playing,
Okay.
I'm on it. I had every streaming service that I needed to have. You know, back then, Champions League is on Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
The BR Live app, bro. I had
my God, BR.
Steve Nash in that motherfucker.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible. Terrible. Absolutely. I mean, CBS, thank you for saving us.
Yeah, for real.
Because boy, looking back on it.
I completely forgot about that. Just melted that out of my brain. Did it happen?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, so BR Live app, Sling for BN Sports. La Liga was on BN Sports and League on there. I forgot where the Bundesliga. Oh, Bundesliga was on Fox. Premier League on NBC, of course. Yeah. So then I just locked in, bro. Then I just locked in, watched everything, every single thing. And it's when I get really caught by something, it's like, bro, I'm in it. I'm obsessed.
Like,
and I had to, and I couldn't just, once again, I'm bringing up football, but you know, you spend 4 years every day playing football, going to meetings, blah, blah, blah. Like I have a bachelor's degree in football as well as biology. You know what I'm saying? And so I needed to know what I was watching if I was going to watch soccer.
That's what's up.
So that's why I had to watch like as many games as I did, just to like really understand what the fuck's going on. It took me a while, but yeah. And so shout out to Wikipedia first of all. What a great resource! That's when I really the way I was able to just look up like first the history of all the teams, the history of the players, all this stuff. Like I just had to download all this information, and so it hasn't stopped since then, basically.
No, it definitely hasn't. In fact, you've immersed yourself more and more, like truly. And I guess maybe that's why you and I have hit off like this, is just because other passionate people. And what was really interesting, because I listened to like this black podcast about soccer and this black podcast about soccer, but then it wasn't until I made Shades of Blue that I realized that like a lot of people are like connected and know each other and things like that. And I don't know why I didn't think that, or like why wouldn't I? Like even Tom Bomb, when he joined on the pod, I was just excited to have somebody who like focused on Woso. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, Tom Bomb's the fucking man. Oh, like I didn't know. Like, and that's what's always been so fun. And I love about this pod about Tom Bomb's a fucking monster. Sharpie, Tarek, like Tarek's fucking killing it over on like YouTube, and he's popping up on people's shows and stuff like that. Like, and none of them have done podcasting, but to see what like Tom Bomb is doing now, covering KC Current, and Sharpie's a teacher, but like he comes on and he's killing it. Like he could easily do more, but like I love that he knows what he's doing. He knows where he is, and when he comes on, like I know I'm getting 150%. I'm giving all of him, and I absolutely just love his perspective. So it's just like I never knew any of these guys before we recorded. I did like a post. I did like maybe a 15-minute like camera interview with them where I basically was awkward the entire time on purpose to see like how they can handle all that stuff. And that was like Thursday, Friday, and I was like, all right, Sunday at 7. And then that was the first episode.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like everything that comes with soccer, right? It's just like once you like the community, just supporter culture. Like I said before, that the idea that like, you know, soccer opened up the world for me. I had never paid attention to anything going on outside of America until I got into soccer. Like literally not any, I mean, because everybody listening to this, you don't know how that is. We in America, we in Americans, damn it.
Really do that. Yeah.
We on a big ass island. Ain't nothing on either side of us. You know what I'm saying? There's like no reason to leave if you don't want to. Like, you know.
Well, and especially like you doing football, like in order to do something like that, you kind of have to be like uber locked in and in your own space. And so like I get it. And I mean, I grew up playing rugby, so that kind of like that helped me out a huge. And that's kind of what introduced me to all of the like weird shit. Like basically. But even then, like rugby, I played it and everything, but it still was competing with all the other sports in my life. But now soccer's my life and it's my everything.
And now I think about well, you know what was the real moment for me, like in that 2018 World Cup, bro, when Serbia played Switzerland and Xhaka and Shaqiri threw up the double eagles, like that's what sent me like that's what really got me. That's when I was
they
like,
throwing up sets.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, this game shit for real.
I'm like, yo, like, bro, I swear, because one thing, like, for the listeners, I'm based in Louisville, Kentucky. We have a decent like Bosnian population here, and matter of fact, like 2 of our 3 professional soccer players of note are of Bosnian descent. But you know, like once that happened, like I hop on like my Facebook and I'm seeing like all my Bosnian friends, because you know FIFA's coming out, like they're looking into it. They might suspend Shaqiri and Xhaka, blah blah blah, and everybody's like, no, y'all understand what Serbia's done to the region and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, hold on, bro, this is crazy. And then this even like, because it's like I met these people as like young kids, you know, 6th grade, 5th grade, 4th grade, and we never really talked or really got into too much detail about why the Bosnians were here in Louisville.
Yeah.
You know, so that sent me down the rabbit hole of like understanding the war and everything. And it's just like, man, like just the ability to learn so much about all these